Hello and welcome to another episode of the Diet Obsessed podcast. I am your host, Veronica Santarelli. I am a certified personal trainer, nutrition and weight loss coach, and this podcast is for those of us who are just obsessed with everything related to improving health and longevity, with a special emphasis on food, fitness, and diet culture. All right, let's get into the show. But first, if you want to support the show, there's a couple ways you can do that. So first of all, this is one of my free shows. I do 2 free shows every other week, and you can listen to those wherever you listen to podcasts. And then I do 2 premium content shows every other week. And you can subscribe to those through Patreon or really anywhere you listen to podcasts. And those ones you do pay for. Now, another way that you can support the show is by just subscribing on YouTube. Now, subscribing on YouTube does not cost anything. You get access to the free shows on YouTube, and every time a new episode or clip comes out, it just shows up in your inbox. And it really helps us podcasters, especially the video podcasters on YouTube. And again, clicking on YouTube, that subscribe button doesn't cost a thing. You can also just leave a rating or review. Rating or reviews on iTunes, anywhere you listen to podcasts, it really helps the show. And I appreciate your support. All right, everyone. So we are going to get into a special interview in just a minute here. I don't do a lot of interviews, but I did want to have Ashley on. So that is coming up. Now, just a trigger warning, Ashley and I talk very just openly and honestly about our journeys. Ashley talks about her weight loss journey, how she's felt here and there. She's very honest about, she talks numbers. So again, if this type of talk, weight loss, diet culture, if that triggers you, I would say don't listen to this episode. We do want to support healthy mental health at the show. So again, some content isn't for everybody. My premium content is that extra juicy, extra controversial, stuff that I want behind that paywall. The free shows are like this one with Ashley is just going to be, anyone can listen to it. But when there are discussions on, the numbers on the scale or anything like that, we do like to give a little bit of a trigger warning, just because we don't want the wrong person to watch or listen to this show. All right. So for those of you that watch or listen, I hope you enjoy. All right, everyone, let's get into the show. Now, today I am changing it up a bit because I have a very special guest, and you know that I don't normally have a lot of guests on my show, but I was very excited when this lovely lady reached out. Now, I usually have guests that really want to sell something to you. So this is a little bit different. Ashley does not have anything to sell. She's really here to talk about her life and her experiences with diet culture. She did tell me she's an open book, so I am going to ask her some personal questions. She does not have to answer some of them if she doesn't want to. But Ashley, can I share your last name too?
Well, yeah.
Okay, Ashley Marlow, welcome to the show.
Thank
you for coming. Yeah. Now, so the way that Ashley and I first connected, okay, so some of my listeners reach out to me and they're like, oh my God, this parasocial relationship I have with you. And I feel like that about some of the podcasters I listen to. One of the podcasters that inspired me to start this show, just because I was wanted to talk about some of the things she talked about, was Taylor Strecker. And so I've done some reviews on this show about Taylor Strecker. Has her own show through Patreon that I subscribe to. And Ashley, you subscribe to her show too, right?
100%. Yep. I was with her when she was at the Sirius XM days. So.
Okay. And so how did you first found the show because I did a review on Taylor Strecker? Is that how?
Can't remember when it was, but it was when Ozempic was starting to be a thing.
Okay.
And you did a podcast review of hers, and that's how I found you.
And was it, you don't remember if it was a post on social media or just like you came across the podcast that way?
She probably posted it or spoke about it on her podcast, I want to say.
Maybe it was when I actually had Mackenzie Green as a guest, so I wonder if it was when she mentioned it. Um, but anyway, so I always was like, oh, I would love to meet another person that is obsessed with Taylor Strucker as I am. I'm like, I think we would be friends. I would love to meet someone. Because she's done all these retreats, and I'm like, I really think I would connect so well with people that love her too. And so when you reached out to me, you're like, hey, I found you through Taylor Strucker. I was like, oh my God. I'm like, I'm so excited. But yeah, so thanks for reaching out. So now, so where are you from originally?
Nebraska.
You're from
I'm a
Nebraska.
Nebraska girl.
Okay. What is okay? That's the state of Nebraska. She has a tattoo she's showing in case anyone's just listening to this pod. And so now you live in North Carolina?
Omaha, Nebraska. I mean, I moved to Dallas after college with my husband because I have a
Okay.
husband as
You
well.
do have a husband. Okay.
And then I moved to Atlanta, and then got relocated to South Bend, Indiana, and I
Okay.
met my current husband. Thank goodness, second
Yeah.
chance.
Good.
And we didn't have any family there, so we moved. I convinced him to move to Nebraska, so we live in Omaha, Nebraska,
So you're close to your
middle
family.
America. Yeah,
Yes. So you're close to your family.
yeah.
Oh, that's nice. That's good because you have kids. So it's nice to
One
be.
little guy. Yep.
Okay, good. So
One
you
and
were
a
in
half.
medical sales. That's what moved you around so much?
Yeah. Well, I've always been in sales, but when I lived when we moved back to Nebraska, that's when I've been in sales, medical
Okay.
sales. So,
Okay. And how did you transition? Now you're teaching, right?
yeah. It
And how
broke
did you?
my soul. It broke my
Mhm.
soul so bad.
What?
So I didn't work for a little bit of time, and I started volunteering at my son's school and decided I'll call the principal up and say, "Hey, can I have a job here?"
That's great. And do you like
Teachers are
teaching?
in desperate need.
There's a
They're,
need for
yeah,
teachers.
yeah.
Yeah. So do you like teaching?
I love it. I love it so much. Yeah.
Good.
It's
And is
very
your husband?
humbling.
Yeah, I bet. I bet. What do you teach?
Currently I'm in pre-kindergarten, so 4 and 5 year olds.
Okay, nice. And
Yeah.
is your husband in sales too, or?
No, he's a project manager for Northern Natural Gas, which is a hot commodity.
Yeah. Yeah, big
So
company.
I'm lucky for his job that I could do my job being a teacher.
Nice. And you have a little guy, you have a little kid. How old is he?
He is 9. He's in
Okay.
third grade. So
Oh, he's so cute. You guys are so cute together. I love watching your family. You post the videos on
I
Instagram.
share it all.
Yeah. I like that. I like people that are open books. And I speak a lot about like not being a mother myself. I always speak about the fear I have of having a child. And so, hopefully you can share some of the perspective of diet culture and all that, having had a child too. So we can definitely get into that. Um, so we're here. I mean, obviously, this is the Diet Obsessed podcast. So we're here to talk about all things food, diet culture, weight loss, GLP-1s, whatever, wherever the conversation takes us. And I always like to kind of start because you shared some pictures with me. So
Mm.
you shared some pictures at, different sizes, which I appreciate. So I'd love to talk about your kind of progression through like growing up. So how did you grow up? Were your parents, I mean, you grew up in the Midwest, right? So
Mhm.
meat and potatoes, like how did you grow
Yep.
up?
Clean your plate 100%. I also had two families, so my parents got divorced before I even remember them being together, and they were both remarried pretty quickly. So I had two different households, but uh, definitely clean your plate was the thing. And then
Gotcha.
I know my stepmother had my half brother, who's my brother. He's 10 years younger than me. And I remember her doing Weight Watchers and
Okay.
getting the little ribbons. And she
Okay.
would put the ribbons on our refrigerator,
Huh.
like for the weight loss. Like, That was before I ever even knew anything. So that was that. And then I know my mom and my stepdad were super into the Atkins culture.
Okay.
So they were reading the books back then. Probably only my mom. But it was low carb, but scary. Nowadays we know, I think, a little bit better, but yeah, I remember reading some books when I was a very formative age, you know? It was
Yeah.
really bad.
Yeah.
It currently now, I would say, but yeah, so that's kind of how I grew up.
So did they try to instill though, like were you suddenly eating like all protein at dinner when your parents were on Atkins, or did they kind of let you do your thing and like give you the potatoes or the pasta on the side or the rice on the side, but they would just eat the meat? Like how would that work?
They probably, I'm 42 years old now, so I can't exactly remember, but I definitely just instilled whatever they were doing. Um, but I grabbed onto it for
Yeah.
sure. Like,
We can't help but be influenced by what our parents
yeah,
do. You know, we
yeah,
see it and it kind of gets into our psyche some way, whether
yeah.
it's negative or positive, or sometimes we do learn some things from that and then we take them with us. So you're 42, and so how, and you had your child at, so how old were you when you had your
Oh my
child?
gosh. I'm so bad at math. I say I
Me
have
too.
dyscalculia. I
Me
was
too. He's
33
nine.
when I had
You're
Shep.
okay. And so the pictures you sent me, like what's your trajectory with weight loss, weight gain? Like kind of take me through that journey.
Yeah. So when I met my husband now, I want to say I was like very fit, working out all the time, super healthy, got pregnant. I weighed cuz I'm an open book. When I was pregnant with Shep, I was 190 pounds.
Okay.
And then so that was in like January, February, and then in July I did all that testing and I had gestational diabetes.
Yes, you did. Okay. Yep.
So I had to do like low carb.
Okay.
By the time I was ready to give birth to Shepherd, I weighed like substantial, like way less because I had been super like following all the rules.
Yeah.
Um, so I think I was like 180 pounds when he was delivered.
Okay.
And I did it very it was all super healthy. I was getting checked every week, all, cuz I had to.
Yeah.
And then you know, I kind of got like obsessed with my weight. I'm like, how much am I going to lose when this child comes into the earth? It was really bad, but it
Yeah.
was still super healthy. Um, and then I breastfed him for like a year, and that helps. And I remember like I'm gonna be like super vulnerable here. Like literally, my stepmother came to visit in June to take care of Shepherd because Matt and I, my husband, had a trip, and I had a work trip. Or no, I didn't have a work, whatever. Um, and she was like, "You're still breastfeeding him, just like to keep losing weight." Like
Said that.
yeah, she's like, "You're not gonna stop breastfeeding him because it just like helps you lose weight."
Wow.
Everybody's different, you know?
Yeah.
I get
Everybody.
whatever, like everybody's circumstances are different, but yeah, it was definitely one of those like moments. Like Taylor Taylor saying like, "Oh, you look good in this weight, but you'll never look or you've never what I'm talking about." Cuz she
Yeah, as fabulous as you look at this weight,
yeah.
like when she was like skinny for her wedding.
And I remember her saying that to me, my stepmother. Um, so Shepherd grew up. We moved to Nebraska. Um, COVID happened. I got really overweight. And that's when I sent you those pictures because I was in my brother's wedding
Okay. Yeah.
in that horrific dress.
I think
Um,
everybody gained weight over COVID. It was like we were all stuck. We couldn't go to the gym, emotionally eating.
yeah. So I was like over 200 pounds. And then I was not working anymore in medical sales because, again, it literally broke my soul. And unhealthily, that was the first time I reached out to you when you had that podcast that you talked about Taylor. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I lost a bunch of weight and I did it very unhealthily,
Did
honestly.
you, after COVID, when did this start that you tried to lose that weight?
Yeah. Probably 2023-ish.
Okay. And how did you do it? What does unhealthy mean? We're not giving out any tips here, people.
Oh
Just
no. I am not an expert. Like it was scary. I want to say over because I finally felt like I have a healthy relationship with food now, but I definitely didn't at that point and I just didn't eat.
really,
I
wow.
literally survived on like Gatorade, orange juice, and milk.
Oh my God.
Don't sur- and no,
No, I
not good.
couldn't,
Not
could
good.
never, I don't understand how people can do that.
You're probably gonna erase this.
Oh, well, no, I mean, I think everybody goes through periods where they don't feel good about themselves and do something extreme. Like a lot of people go through that. I mean, what was your husband saying at the time though? Did he notice that you weren't eating? Is he like, are you gonna eat something?
I mean, I would eat a little bit at dinner, but he didn't see me during the day because he was at work.
Okay. Yeah.
It's so
So,
sad. I
yeah,
mean, yeah,
yeah.
super sad.
And so, how did you go from that to getting a better relationship with food and getting to where you're at now? I mean, you seem like I mean, again, look beautiful
Well,
and you look like you're at a really healthy weight, although, again, you can't really tell what people are going
no, I feel like I'm skinny fat currently because, and also to listening to you talk about, okay, so yeah. Um, so I lost a whole bunch of weight. I went and started working at my son's school. And then I got enticed to go back into medical sales temporarily. Like, it ended up being temporary. You can't just throw money at something, you know, and it was not a right fit for me. But so I went back to my son's school and started working last year, and I gained weight back. And so last year, like the beginning of the summer, I did GLP-1s, like the compound
Yeah.
semaglutide,
You started that when?
May of
May. Okay.
last year.
Which one, do you know which one you did? It was
I
semaglutide.
I worked with Roe. I it didn't. It was just like because it finally became available. Because I'm not a girl who's like I don't even do my nails or anything. Like I'm kind of like budget girl.
Same girl, same. You can tell anybody that listens to my podcast knows how frugal I am.
And I 100% support that. So yeah, I just like forked out some money every month and did the GLP-1 compound. And I don't know, again, I don't know what it was, but
But Roe made it affordable. You
mhm.
didn't have to go through insurance and it was affordable. Is that what
Yeah,
Roe made?
I tried insurance and it didn't. Yeah. But yeah, I just like lost all the weight because I had gained about 30 pounds back. Um, and by the time I went back to school, I was pretty comfortable. Like, and the thing is, I learned when I was pregnant, for me personally, and I know you recently talked about the whole low carb keto thing. And for me personally,
Yeah,
it seems to work. I know
really.
how to just be like not eat the carbs. Like, and it works out for me.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Well, good. I'm glad that everyone has to find what works for them. I mean, I I I I admire people that can do keto because I think it does seem like a very healthy way to prevent disease, right? To stay lean and to prevent disease. Like there's a lot of scientific evidence about how it can prevent cancer. And I've always talked about how I do it with Chad. But for me, I've been doing 100% whole foods today, and yesterday, I did my smoothie, which is whole foods. I did a vegan bowl, but there's like no, it's all carbs. It's all like rice and mango and nuts and then I did an apple with like almond butter. So it was like all carbs. So you don't need a lot of fruit or anything. Is that what you're talking about, or is
I
it more
only
just like
really eat
rice and
berries. I made
okay,
myself a smoothie today, which is just pretty much berries.
okay. Yeah, berries are great for you. Um, So how did you feel using the GLP-1s? Did you get nausea? Like how were
A
they
little
or any
bit,
side
yeah.
effects?
There were a
Okay.
handful of times because I started before the end of the school year, and 2 or 3 times I had to leave the classroom, run out to the bathroom, and
Yeah.
vomit.
Okay. Yeah. Not good. I hate nausea. Ugh.
Yeah, not
Yeah,
good.
that's tough. And so are you still using them or are you off of them now?
Yeah,
You're not.
done.
Okay, great.
Because
So you
I
kind of
just
like
like for I've been through this a couple of times now, and I just know, as you know too, like how to eat probably to like maintain what you want, like
so now let's get back to the skinny fat comment. Do you work out at all? Fitness, anything like that?
I am off of my workout regimen and I'm a home workout girl. I used to use like my Fitness Pal or whatever the free app was. I can I'm so disciplined that like I will do that every morning. However, I have to be like again, super honest
Yeah.
because like I weigh myself every day and my clothes fit me. Don't I don't work out right now, even though I know when the summer hits, I'm like I gotta work on my abs because yeah, everything fits, but like it doesn't look really good, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you work out while you were using GLP-1s or were you more focused on nutrition?
More on nutrition for sure. So
Yeah.
I didn't really very much,
Yeah.
and
That's the
that's not good.
only
I know.
It's the only thing because like my boyfriend is using them right now. And
Yeah.
so I just for Valentine's Day I got him a weighted vest and he did wear it the other day to go out for his dog walk. I'm like, yes. Oh, he's doing it. So just I mean, again, I worry about like,
Yeah.
I've talked about it with different celebrities that I see doing it and I just worry about the lean mass issue and
Hmm.
bone density and all that. So
Hmm.
but you normally do have a regimen, it sounds like. It's just you kind of just got off of it.
Yep.
Yep.
Typically I do, but currently you've actually quite frankly inspired me
Oh, you're sweet.
to get
I hope
back
so.
into it.
Well, and so for you, like it sounds like you kind of like content like this because some people get triggered. Like some people some people get triggered with this kind of content, and it's like a lot of my negative reviews are people that don't like my kind of content. They're more of like a maintenance phase type of anti-fat bias, which I cover on this show. I kind of
Mhm.
cover the gamut, but so you don't get triggered by this type of content.
I love it all. I
Oh,
take
good.
it all. Like literally, I'm gonna tell you, Veronica, like before, like when I wasn't working, when I was out of medical sales the first time, I was listening to Jeff Lewis,
Oh, yes.
and
Oh
they
my God. I
were,
love
oh my gosh, I'm obsessed.
They're so steeped in diet culture on that show. It is insane. But it makes me laugh. But I don't, again, I'm like you, I don't get triggered by it.
But no, I literally I used to joke around with my family and my friends. I would say, I think I'm on Ozempic because I was consuming so much of it.
Right.
I like joked around with my friends like I think I'm on Ozempic because I was like, but it was unhealthy,
Yes,
full
yes.
disclosure.
Okay. Yeah. I
They're
mean,
back around on it now. They're oh gosh, he had someone on, and I'm sorry I'm going rogue here, but last week there was someone from some news show that I haven't even, because I don't even watch any reality shows anymore hardly, because
really?
I listen to so many podcasts.
Podcasts have kind of taken over my world too. I mean, I still get my time for Bravo, but you didn't name your son Shepherd because of Shep Rose, did you? I have to
No,
ask.
I didn't. I know, but Matt got me a cameo a couple years
Yes.
ago. I shared it.
Well, after I didn't know your
Oh,
son was named Shepherd until now, and when I heard that, I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like Cameo Shepherd.
I know, and I'm a bravaholic. Um, but yeah, no, we didn't. But it had to have been somewhere in the ether. I don't know.
Yes, that name.
But they're talking about like GLP-3s now,
Yeah, yeah. There's
and
all
I
these
mean
new stronger
peptide.
drugs coming out.
So I'm kind of like, okay, well, GLP, whatever, semaglutides, whatever they are, like that was unattainable like a couple of years ago, and now it's attainable for sure. Hello,
Yeah, yeah.
with
I
these
mean,
GLP-3s, and then the like I said, the peptides and the NAD. They talk about NAD like nobody's business.
I know. If I was rich, I would
They're
do
right.
it. You don't have that much money. I wish I did. I'd probably be cat lady if I did have money because I'd be doing all the things. But yeah, I am very into the whole peptide because of Caroline Stanbury. I mean, look at her skin. She looks amazing. She's
Mm-hmm.
doing all these
She was
peptides. She's
just
doing
on, yeah.
Do you listen to her podcast?
No, I don't listen to hers, but even just her being on Jeff's show
Oh, was she on Jeff's show?
recently, yeah.
Do you subscribe to his show? Like pay for it?
I only have Sirius because of Jeff Lewis.
Okay,
It's
so you
two
actually still
hours every day. Like my husband, like he like the amount, like I literally just put an earbud in when I'm at home, and I'm listening to the show. It's
yeah.
so bad.
So your top ones are Jeff Lewis, Taylor Strecker. What are your other top?
Oh, what? Oh, okay.
Do
Oh,
you listen to Juicy Scoop with Heather McDonald?
occasionally. Not so much anymore because she had a falling out with Jeff.
Well, I know. I'm so upset about that because I
I
think she's too
know.
nice for him because he's so
Um,
bitchy and she's so kind.
yeah, I love her. I love her. Well, yeah, I'm.
Oh, Bitch Bible. Yeah, I just listened to her. Yeah. Okay. Oh, nice. Here we go. There's Veronica. Stassi. Okay. Have you seen the
Oh,
new Netflix?
I'm so excited.
I'm
I love
surprised. I'm
Stassi.
happy for her. Yeah, Stassi's. I only like her though because of Taylor. So.
Yeah, I listened to her family podcast, and she's definitely.
She says what she says. And I mean, I do like people that say what they say. That's why I like the toast. Like Claudia's hilarious.
Yeah, yeah,
Do you listen to them?
yeah, and they're not on there for some reason. I think it's because maybe it's on the YouTube only that I.
If you watch on YouTube.
Yeah,
Now, your husband is lean and probably doesn't have to ever think about food or weight or anything like that. Is that right or is that wrong?
he is currently having an issue. I think, like, because he like I hear he says stuff, and I'm like, don't talk about my husband like that because I
Mhm.
love him no matter how he looks. But he gets up at like 5 a.m. every day, and he goes to the basement in our. We live in like this super, super old house in Omaha, Nebraska, and he has a little gym in the basement that I
Yeah.
don't use because
Okay.
I would just be in the dining room working out. But he's like, I'm working on it. I'm working on it because he has a gut.
Okay. Well,
But
but
I wouldn't. I did just say that though.
he beats
But
himself up about it, but you
yeah,
think he looks just fine.
yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah. No, he seems like, I mean, just again, visually, he looks, lean and like he doesn't have to really worry about it too much. But everybody should just at least work out. It's good that he goes down to his
Yeah.
basement and he works out. I think just everybody should for their health overall, especially if you have kids. So he's a little bit older than you, right?
Yeah, he sure is.
Okay, nice. And how did you meet him?
Okay, Cupid.
Okay, all right. I met my man through college. Yeah. And how did you meet your first husband?
The bar
In a bar,
when
and
I
it
was in my
just
20s.
okay, and it was a
Friend of a
quick
friend and at the bar.
yeah. But you found the right guy for you.
Thank goodness. Yeah.
Yeah, the good ones are out there, ladies. Like, stick in there and
Yep.
don't lose hope because the good ones are out there. There's some real jerks out there, but there's some good ones too. Um, so what do you think about this whole idea of like, because the body positivity movement was so important and so prevalent and, it was everywhere for a long time. And then now it seems like
We
this
flipped.
whole skinny culture. So what are your thoughts on, like, do you think that the body positivity movement, body neutrality movement is still alive and well, or do you think it's like gone to the wayside?
I think it's dying for sure. I mean, yeah, when the body positivity movement was going on and I was making chunky choices
Huh?
and chunkier, um I did not feel, I it never, I don't know. I hate saying this, but it's for me, and I know it's different for you because you're like, I want to, be healthy and fit and have a good body. Sadly for me, I the smaller I am, the happier I am.
Yeah. And I think that's a lot of America. But do you think that that's what society has taught you? Like, do you think that that comes from a place where that's what's accepted and applauded in society?
Absolutely it is, sadly.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
know it's not right, but it's just been drilled in to me.
Right. And I think that, like, I'm always trying to dissect that, right? Because I've also, I've been in a place where I've gained 30 or 40 pounds before and don't feel good. Like, I don't, like, when I carry myself, when I'm, moving around, I'm just not, I don't know. I just don't feel as good in my body. And so I'm like, but is that because I'm worried about how my clothes fit, or because I have to go buy new clothes, or because I don't know. Or is it because I'm worried about what society's thinking? Is society knowing I've gained weight? So it's
I care more about what I think about myself than what I think about other people. Like, I'm gonna be like, honestly, I don't look at somebody who is in a bigger body and judge them. I simply do not. I only judge myself.
yeah, no, that's what we all should do, ideally.
Yeah.
And I think there's people that, have grown up in a larger body. And then I think there's people that, have maybe been at a certain weight and then gain it all of a sudden because of illness or life changes or, having a baby or going through a very stressful, difficult time, whatever happens in life, different
Mhm.
things change us. And I think that, for me, when I gained my weight, it was simply not moving and just eating too much processed stuff, like not having any balance in my life. So I think for me, that I just needed more balance, and it was clearly not healthy how I was behaving at that point when I did gain the weight. I think there's other people that have those healthy behaviors and do move their bodies and are still in a larger body, and that's just genetically like what they're born with, right?
Mhm.
And I think that's where this movement is still important, that because I think overall society does judge in general body sizes. And I think with this whole GLP-1 movement, what the fat phobic community has been saying is we don't want people to be like, oh, well, why aren't you just doing these GLP-1s, right? And having even more judgment because they're either choosing not to or whatever, medically can't, or that's just their choice, like, right? They're not going to. So I don't know.
Very well said.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I understand both sides of it. I understand that, I think you and I both want to maintain where we're comfortable and where we feel our best. And that's something that
Well,
we
it's
should.
actually, so forever, like a long time ago, even before Taylor was on GLP-1s, when she was still at SiriusXM, like talking about like Cosmo had like your happy weight article. I
Okay.
I still kind of believe in that. I'm like, this is my happy weight. Where I'm comfortable with what the scale says, and I'm also happy with like my clothes fitting me, those kinds of things.
Yeah. Well, do you believe in the weight set point? Like our bodies have a natural place where they're comfortable and happy?
I don't know about that, but I believe that would kind of be
Well,
what
it's something that is talked about with, I don't know, I've heard about it on different podcasts, how our bodies do have this, like, it's talking about this is meant to get people who are just like obsessed with that last 5 pounds and are like, ruining their lives, like not going out to eat or not enjoying a nice meal out because they're just like, I gotta lose this 5 pounds. And it's like this lifelong obsession of trying to lose this damn 5 pounds. It's like, have the bread, have the pizza, just who cares about this 5 pounds? Because your body is pretty much gonna stay that around that weight. And it's like, relax. Like you're not gonna like balloon to like 600 pounds overnight if let yourself relax and enjoy something that you really want to have, because your body is pretty much gonna stay around that
yeah.
weight. I don't know.
I know. I a couple of weeks ago, we ate McDonald's in the car, and I like freaked out. and I told Matt, my husband, I was like, I gained 3 pounds over the weekend. Like, and it was probably some other things too, but it's like, whoa. And he's like, that's nothing. But he's a dude too. So,
Yeah. Well, eating
yeah.
McDonald's meal will make you just feel that way, but
Oh, I know. It's bad.
no, I just talked about how I ate like a 30-piece chicken McNugget or not McNugget, but from Chick-fil-A. That's why I had to do this
Oh,
one
I
thing.
love a Chick fil A.
Because I was eating like bread, butter, and cheese every night before bed. It's like, okay, Veronica, let's try to reset here because
Yeah.
come on. But I also think that, hey, we need to like not beat ourselves up when we
No, I
eat.
mean, I like you talk a lot about 80/20. I firmly believe in 80/20.
Yeah,
So,
that's ideally how I like to be, for sure. Yeah, because then you can still enjoy life.
right?
So what's a typical, like, how do you eat now? Like, what's a typical day where you're feeling, you're choosing well, but you also, it's like a realistic way of eating for you? You can do
I
the whole.
actually take pictures sometimes of my food.
Okay, I love it.
So like I will eat turkey, hummus, cucumber, and like a hard-boiled egg or cottage cheese, and I put sriracha on it because I like it. I eat the same
That's
thing.
like lunch.
That's my lunch, yeah.
Okay, that's all protein, right? Except for the
I guess,
cucumber.
yeah.
Yeah, good for you. Yeah, feeling
It's
good
easy
lunch.
because I work at school, so it's easy for me to like just prep my food for lunch every day. So
Yeah, that's great.
I don't
And
really
then
eat breakfast.
you don't, so the smoothie was like a rarity.
Yeah,
Do you put
that's like a
protein in
treat.
it? That's a treat.
Yeah.
So you usually don't eat breakfast and you just eat that lunch, the
Hmm.
high protein lunch.
Yep.
And that's pretty consistent what you bring every day for lunch.
Hmm.
Yeah. And then what about dinner? Do you make dinner? Do you pick dinner up? Like what's
I
your dinners
love
like?
to cook. Yeah, I love to cook. So I'll just do like low carb dinner. Shepherd eats differently than us. Um,
Okay.
so
Do you make two whole separate dinners, or does he eat some of the protein that you're having, for example?
it depends. Like if I make low carb chicken parmesan, Um, he'll eat that. Uh, but yeah, he does eat differently than us, which is one of those things that I was always like, oh, he's just gonna eat what we eat, you know. And then he eats a lot of mac and cheese and chicken nuggets.
Yeah. Okay. So he's picky. And your husband eats what you eat, or
Yeah,
okay.
totally. He'll eat whatever I make him.
Yeah. Just put it in front of me. I'll eat it. Okay, great. And then did you experience after you had a baby, like did you ever experience any of that mom guilt? Like do you get this whole like mom group drama and like mom judgment? I mean, I don't know anything about that, but do you feel like you've experienced any of that?
No, well, not food related.
Okay. What
Um,
about related?
sorry, what?
Like what about other things? Like in terms of, I don't know, do you have like a clicky mom group that you
Yeah,
feel?
yeah, I have. It's like my mom groups are like it's a Venn diagram of like these friends, and those friends. But no,
Okay,
I
good.
don't. I'm lucky, I
Yeah,
guess.
no, I figured it's not across the board, right? You hear Taylor worried about getting into one of those types of groups or having to be friends with certain moms that she doesn't want to be friends with, but
No.
I'm sure it doesn't happen with everybody. That's good. I'm glad that you don't have to deal with that. Um, so anything else you want to share, talk about, anything we need to
Oh,
know
I
about
was looking.
lactating? So
I
you're going
know,
to be,
just like the fact that you're a foodie too, like me, I think that makes things harder because I love to go out to eat and I love to cook food,
yeah.
you know? It always makes it's just hard, right?
It's so funny because like I've been having fun experimenting with different recipes that are whole foods based, like all the Thai dishes I've been making. But I miss making like the breads and the pastries and all the decadent stuff too, because
So
I do
you
like
are a baker.
I try to do it all. I mean, I have to follow a recipe though. I'm not
Mhm.
someone that can just concoct things. What do you like to make? What are some of the things that you like to make?
Only cook. I'm not a baker at all because I cannot follow a recipe. So it's so funny. Like listening to you, like I have the same I love sourdough bread. Trader Joe's sourdough is amazing.
Amazing.
Shepard had 2 slices this morning before school. Um yeah, but no, I just cook. Like I'll like look at Pinterest and just like, mix and match because that's why I'm not a baker. I cannot follow a recipe.
What's one of your go-to like what are some of the favorite restaurants? Like when you go out for an indulgent meal and you don't care what you're eating, like what's your go-to? What are some of the best things that you might go for?
We have this dive restaurant. I mean, I don't want to say it's a dive restaurant, but Spaghetti Works. Like we went Friday night. I sure was my husband like goes rogue. It's just one of those like places where you just get the pasta and they have like 18 sauces, but they have a salad bar like nobody's business.
Love those
It's the
salad
best
bars.
salad bar.
Yeah.
That's we love to go there. We also go to even though we live in Omaha, Nebraska, we have a amazing seafood restaurant chain called Shucks.
Okay.
Believe it or not, you can get fresh oysters in Middle America. So
Who
we
knew?
love like it because I like shellfish and seafood and stuff. It's pretty easy for us, to get that here. But yeah, so
So you
and
like raw seafood?
yo, we love even Shepherd eats sushi. That's a whole new thing. Um,
Interesting.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
we
one of my
encourage it.
go-to. Yeah, oysters I cannot do. I cannot do roy. I like to watch people eat them because I'm just fascinated that people like to like swallow those things. I'm like,
Uh-huh.
oh, I don't know. I can't do it.
But sushi obviously is amazing. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
And then are you a dessert person? Are you more of a salty person or do you kind of need both?
Hmm. No, I would skip dessert and just
Really?
maybe like have a glass of wine.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So you do drink. Okay. How often do
Yeah,
you drink alcohol, would you say?
I drink a lot of alcohol.
Okay. Yeah. And your husband drinks too?
What?
Your husband drinks too?
A little bit, not, yeah, not so much though.
Every time Taylor talks about drinking wine, it makes me want to drink wine. I don't know why. I'm very like susceptible to cravings. So whenever anybody talks about something they're doing, it makes me want to do it. It's bad.
I know it's funny listening to her talk about her being like the dad or whatever, and as their
Yeah.
parents now. It's crazy.
You probably love hearing like the kid talk and relating on all
Yeah,
those levels.
and it's interesting. It's very interesting how this is, her, but it's her life. Like that's you share your life, you know. So
That's what you
it's
do.
her life.
Oh, and I don't even because you first heard her on Sirius XM because I stumbled across her on because I used to get Sirius XM because of Howard Stern. I was like obsessed with
Yeah.
Howard Stern.
Okay.
And I think when he started, when his commercials would go, Cosmo Radio was like the next one over. And I think it was her raspy voice. She sounded just like this crazy friend I had in Boston. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, Taylor's from Boston. I'm like, they must be related. I was like obsessed with the fact that they must be related. And so she was doing this like Ask Me Anything show. And I was like, do you have a cousin named Courtney? And she's like, no, why? And I'm like, okay, I was wrong. You know when you just think you're right
Yeah.
about someone being related just based on something stupid, like they look like each other or they sound like each other, and you're totally wrong. That's
Yeah,
what happened.
totally.
Yeah. So, but I think one of the things I loved about her too is that she would talk, like the way she would talk about food and her love for food. I think and her wanting to diet. It was like this dichotomy of
Always like
loving food so much, but also wanting to lose weight. And I'm like, I feel you, girl. you know, it's very relatable, very relatable. And now that she's doing the GLP ones, I mean, she still, she still enjoys her food and she still drinks her wine and she doesn't talk as much about the food, but she also doesn't talk about like her wanting to lose weight all the time and that obsessive food noise type of obsession, right?
that
That
went away. That all last summer, I never obsessed about food. For sure.
okay.
That's like legitimate. Didn't obsess about it.
Did you like that though, or did you miss? Did you? Because what I've talked about before is like this one time I tried to do 134 or 140 grams of animal protein, and I was so full, I had no desire to eat anything else, and I'm like, I like getting hungry and enjoying my food. So, did you feel like you missed the desire and for like craving food?
No, no, I still I would just not eat as much,
Okay, so you
really,
still wanted
for
it
me
and still craved
personally.
it,
Yeah, I
but you
still
just eat.
definitely did. And I mean, I didn't obsess about food, but I was like, "Oh, this is cool." Like we're going out to dinner to this place or whatever and I'm eating this, but like I just wouldn't eat as much. But I didn't obsess about it. Like yeah, I still have that where I kind of obsess about food because I
Okay,
don't know.
yeah.
That will never go away, but I feel like today where I am, like I have a healthier relationship with food because of that experience, if that even makes any sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
It
Absolutely.
just like I knew what I knew before, and then I was on the GLP ones and experienced that for like 3 or 4 months, and now I'm just again think different things work out for different people. Like there's no perfect science to things. That's like my lifetime takeaway. I feel like.
Yeah, no, and because, I listened to the Diet Starts Tomorrow podcast forever. Did you ever
Yeah,
listen to that one, Betches from Betches?
occasionally, yeah.
So, the way they would talk about the way that they would be tortured by the obsessive thoughts about how they look in clothes and how things are fitting them and the food aspect And that is something I've never really dealt with. And I do understand how everybody has different experiences with how they relate to these types of topics. And I think for some people, it's not good for them to hear a podcast like this one. And I think that other people enjoy it. But I think the saddest thing for me was hearing how their vacations would be interrupted by that food noise and how, or those obsessive thoughts. And I think that's probably the best thing about the GLP-1s is for people like that their lives were truly interrupted by that obsession. I'm glad I don't have to go through that. I'm glad the GLP-1s exist in my life for the fact that if I ever did need them, I know they're there. And if they can prevent dementia and cognitive decline, I'm all about it in the future to
Talk
like
about that, yeah.
microdose them. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm all about that. Do you
Well,
think
I'm
you'll
going on vacation to Arizona in a couple of weeks.
Yes,
So
I'm so
hopefully we can
excited.
meet up.
Yeah, I would love that. So you're who lives here that you know?
My great aunt and uncle, they live in like Desert Mountain,
Yeah. Yep.
north of
Chad and I were
Carefree.
looking up there. Yep, Chad and I were looking for property up there. It's really pretty. It's not that far away from us, I don't think.
Yeah. So um they don't have children. They are dog parents. So we're super, it's like nice for us to visit. They also live in Asheville, North Carolina, half the year.
I've been meaning to visit that. We were
Oh,
supposed to go
Asheville
there.
is awesome.
I heard it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it
Yeah.
was like a bad situation back in October, not this year, but last year or
Okay.
whatever, because of all the what was it, a hurricane?
There was a
Yeah.
hurricane. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's super
That place
bad.
was bad. Yeah.
My uncle said it looked like, because they live in the Biltmore Forest, it looked like he said it looked like a matchbox of matches was dropped down of all the trees. It was pretty bad.
That's crazy.
Anyways,
Weather's getting extreme.
yeah, it's
But
gonna
yeah.
snow here in a couple of days,
Oh, fun for you.
but it's like high of 72 today. So
Yeah. Well, it should be beautiful when you come out here. March is like a
yeah,
good
we're
visit.
excited. So
Oh, good. Oh, good. Well, I'm excited to meet you in person when you come out, and we'll go get something delicious to eat. All right. Well, anything else you want to share with the listeners? Do you want them to follow you on Instagram? Do you want to share your Instagram handle?
sure, I'm Ashley in Exarban, which is Nebraska spelled backwards.
How do you spell that?
Oh, wow. I don't even know. Like, how do I
Well,
spell Exarban?
some people have their Instagram handles, and like I can't find them.
Aksarben. Nebraska spelled backwards. Boop.
Yeah, that. Okay. Yeah, I was wondering. Yeah.
I used
Okay.
to
Yeah.
be Ashley in the Bend when I lived in South Bend, Indiana, like right by Notre Dame. Um, and then I decided that I needed to change it when we moved here. So, but I have like no followers. But I
Well, maybe
share everything. Like, if you want to know anything, watch my stories. Like, my knees
yeah.
are still bruised from the
Roller skating.
roller skating.
Oh my
That
God.
won't happen ever again.
Was that a date night?
No, we went with Shep on Sunday afternoon.
I was like, you're brave.
He's been angling for roller skates for forever, and we're like, we're not gonna buy you roller skates. We live in like a very hilly area with like old cracked, sidewalks.
Yeah.
So we were like, yeah, you gotta try it before you buy it. And it did not end well for me.
What about your son? Did he do okay?
No, he did not like it either, so we will not be buying him roller skates. We'll just say that.
The mommy was right. That's good.
Oh my
You're
gosh, it was fun to hang out.
like, that's hilarious. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. We'll keep in touch on Instagram, and then yeah, just let me know when you're out and we'll get together. All right. Thanks so much for
Okay,
joining me,
cool,
Ashley.
girl.
All right. Talk to you soon. Thank you.